Hi, this is Manish Pandey. Now let's learn how to use FormatDate, FormatDateTime and FormatUTCDateTime function, and these functions are date function. So let me start one by one. So first, let me show you FormatDate. FormatDate function is used to convert a date into a desired format or extract a piece of information such as day, month, etc. from a complete date. Double click on that, and left side we have this date, and then we have this format date. So this is the function details where the format date is accepting two inputs parameters, one date, second format. Now I will tell you about the format in details. Let me just click on paste, and you can see here we need to add a date, and here we need to add a format. Let me create one data item so that we can take a date from that data item directly. So click here. Now let me create one child, double click on that, put here input date. Now let me put here a initial value here, click on that, and we'll take the current date 2/7/2022. Now let's remove this one and just take this value here. Now here we need to pass format. Now let me show you formats. So what are the format specifiers we can use here? Normally you have seen that based on this example we can put dd space mmm space yy, or you'll have also seen like dd hyphen mm hyphen yy, something like that. So we have few more formats also. Let me show you here. We have few format specifier. Based on this you will get the output. So if you use d, small d, it will return a short date which is like this 21-06/2022, like that. So this is day, this is month, and this is year. If you put d, that is capital D, so it will return a long date. It means it will return 21 June 2022. If you put dd, so it will return a day in digit, it means 21. DDD, it will return a day name, that is TUE. If we put MM, so return month. So you can just go through this and you can use this one. Let me first show you the format that usually we use, that is MM hyphen DD hyphen YYYY. One more thing you need to take care of, that whenever you are using these formats you have to also take care of that this MM should be in the capital, this should be in the caps, and DD should be in the small, and YYYY also should be in the small letters, because if you put small mm, so it will have a different value. I will show you in the date times format, because it will consider as a minutes, right? So here let's create a data item stage, that will be the text. Now put here format value, something like that. So in this data item, first we'll enter the format mm hyphen dd hyphen YYYY. Now click OK, and let me take this value here. So let me replace this format with the format value. Now we can store this here. So format underscore output, format date underscore outputs. Now create this. Now click OK. Now this is the input date, this is the format as a input, and this is the output data item where we'll get the output. Now let me link this here, right click, set next stage, and then step. Now you can see here we are getting the date in this MMDDYY format, because the date is 2nd of July 2022. Now let me show you how to use a format to extract a piece of information from the date. So let's say I want only date in the digit. So I want 02 as a date. So for that we have to use DD. So here we can put DD. Now click OK, and now right click, set next stage, and now you can see 02 that we are getting as a day. Now if I want only day name, so we can put DDDD, so DD 4 times D. Now click OK. Let me refresh that, and here we have value DDDD. Right click, set next stage, and now you can see we are getting Saturday here. Now I am going to show you how to use format date time. Let me take this. So we have this format date time. Connect this. Let me take this and now double click on that. Format date time function is used to convert a date time into a desired format or extract a piece of information such as time, hours, minutes, seconds, etc. from a date time. So here you can see from left side we have this format date time. Click on paste, and so date, we already have one data item that we created, so we can take a date from here. So we'll take input date, and here we have format. So format, now we are going to take it from that text. This is format value, and now we are going to store that in the format date time underscore output. Create that. Now click OK. We have this output. Let me take here. Here we can make changes. So this is the format specifiers we can use for date time format. So F small letter, which will return short date time. Short date time means we have day, month, year, and time. So here we have HH and MM only, not second. But in the F with the capital letter, it will give you a long date time with the seconds also. A small mm means it will return minutes. So as I told you here, that here instead of putting mm in the capital, if you are putting small mm, so it will return minutes, right? So your output will be different. So whenever you put some formats specifiers, so always take care of that. If you put HH, MM, SS and then TT, small TT, so it will give you date time with the AM, PM. So you will get like this. Let me first show you DD, MM, YY, YY, HH, MM, SS. So here DD, MM, YY, YY, HH, MM, SS. Now click OK. We have this format value, and now let me right click here, set next stage, and now you can see we are getting 0207 2022 and the time is 12:00. So currently we don't have time here. So now let me make some changes to the here, and let me convert this to date time. So because we want a specific date, so we'll put this date time, select here this, and then current time is this, right? Let me copy this here also, right click, set next stage, and now you can see we are getting here 040849, which is our input is 160849. It means this is showing us in the 24 hours format, and here we are getting in 12 hours format, which is 4849. If I am going to make changes to this format, and I am going to put here TT. Now right click, set next stage, and now you can see here we are getting here value in the PM, which shows that like this is the evening time, 4:49 seconds PM, right? Our input is complete date time, but if I want only time from this one, so how can we do that? So if you want only time as output, so we can use this T, small t or capital T, which will return long time. So in this one format value, I am going to put here T only. Let me copy this and paste here, and right click, set next stage, and now you can see here we are getting 1608, which is like 4:08 PM, right? If we'll put here capital T, set next stage, and now you can see we have HHMMSS 160849, this is our output. Now the next one is format UTC date time. So format UTC date time is used to convert a UTC date time into a desired format or extract a piece of information such as time, hours, minutes, seconds, etc. from date time. So here only the change is UTC. What is UTC? Let me show you the difference here. So you can see here, this is the UTC time. UTC means universal time. The current time is, as per the UTC, this is 10:42:58 am, and in India the time is 16:13. It means 4:13 pm, but in as per the UTC time we have a different. So if you want to play with the UTC time, then we have the format UTC date time. So let me link here, double click here. Now go to date, format UTC date time, and then paste that. So there is no change, only we are going to put a date, which can be a date time also. So I am going to take it from date time here, and then format, I am going to take the same input, this format value, and then output will be format UTC date time underscore output. Create that. Now click OK. So here I am using here t, which will give us the value as a t based on this one, because our time here is taking based on our time. So here if you are passing the UTC time, so it will convert based on that here, but currently we are passing this one. So this will understand that this is the UTC time and it will give you that, right. So to format that UTC date time also, you will use the same format specifiers, that is t, tt and ddmmyy, hhmmss, like that. So these format specifiers you can use to format this UTC date time also. Thank you.